Hey guys, I'm Akash and welcome to Pavli. So the topic for today's video is automatically add new UTeach student as registrant for Zoom meeting. Now suppose guys you have created some kind of course in UTeach and constantly some new students are getting added in your UTeach course or UTeach account and you want to interact with those students, so you have scheduled a Zoom meeting. Now you want whenever a new students get added in your UTeach account, you want to add that very same student as a registrant in your Zoom meeting which you have scheduled. Now the manual process of getting the details of a new student from UTeach and manually adding that person as a registrant in Zoom meeting can be very much repetitive and time consuming. So in this video, I came up with an automation by which whenever a new student get added in our UTeach course, automatically the very same students also get added as a registrant in our Zoom meeting. Interesting, right? Now you must be thinking how we are going to do this. So to make this happen, we will be using Pavli Connect, which is an automation and integration software. Now what is the actual step-by-step guide to set up this automation and how you can set up this automation by yourself? To know this, you have to come with me to my screen.
So as you can see, here we are on the Pavli Connect dashboard. Now to reach this dashboard, you just have to go to your browser and search for PABBLY, pavli.com/connect. And after reaching to the landing page of Pavli Connect, by clicking on sign up free, you can create your free Pavli Connect account in just 2 minutes. Or if you already have an account, click on sign in. So after reaching this dashboard, click on create workflow and give this workflow a name. For example, I'll name my workflow as UTeach to Zoom and click on create. Now we can see that our workflow is open over here. And in this workflow, we can see two different windows. First one is trigger window, second one is action window. So triggers and actions are basically those two concepts, those two principles on which this whole automation works on, where the trigger says when this happens and the action says do this. So let's begin with our trigger window. So the idea here is, first we have to get the details or the data of new users or new students adding in our UTeach school or UTeach account. And after that, using Pavli Connect, we will send that very same data to Zoom to add those people as a Zoom registrant. So here in Choose App, we will search for UTeach. UTeach it is. And after that, in Trigger Event, we will select New Student. Click on Connect, select Add New Connection. Now here, we have to connect our UTeach account with Pavli Connect. And to make the connection, we require the domain and the API key of our UTeach account. So you must be thinking how we are going to get this. So to get the domain and API key of your UTeach account, go to the dashboard of your UTeach account and on the left side you can see settings over here. Click on settings and select integration. After clicking on integration, you can see Pavli Connect over here. Just click on Pavli Connect. And this is the API key and domain of your UTeach account. So copy the API key from here, go back to Pavli Connect and paste it over here. After that, copy the domain of your UTeach account from here, go back to Pavli Connect and paste it over here and click on save. Now we can see that our UTeach account is successfully connected with Pavli Connect. Then click on save and send test request. Now it is showing us waiting for response, which means Pavli Connect is waiting to get some response, some data from UTeach of a new student addition or new student creation. So let's do this. We will get back to our UTeach account and here we will add a new student. So go to users, click on students. And we will enter the name of a student. Just click on this create new student and enter the name and email of the student. For example, the name is Karan Singh. Let's enter the email address. Okay, so I have entered the details of a new student. The name is Karan Singh and this is the email address of the student. Just click on save changes. Okay, it is also asking us for a password, so I'll enter a password, a dummy password I guess. And click on save changes. So guys, as you can see just now, we have created or added a new student named as Karan Singh in our UTeach account. Now guys, after adding this, because we have connected our UTeach account with Pavli Connect, the details or the data of this very same student which we have added will be captured inside Pavli Connect. So we will get back to Pavli Connect and yes guys, Here we can see that we have received a response over here. And in this response, we have the name of the very same student to whom we have just now added and very same email address. So the step 1 of setting up this automation is now successfully completed. Now let's move to step 2. Now we want to add this very same student as a registrant in our Zoom meeting. But before that, we have to split this name into two parts, in first name and last name. Because Zoom takes the response or the data in two separate types. Zoom takes the name as a separate first name and a separate last name. So for that, we will scroll down and come to our action window. And here in Choose App, we will search for text formatter. After that, in action event, select split text and click on connect. Then it is asking us text to split, that what is the text which we want to split. So the label is name and this is the text. So basically we have to map this very same text over here in this text to split section. Just click here and from the drop down below, we can select the response for the name over here. After that, it is asking us separator. So the separator will be space. We want to separate this name before and after the space. We want to separate this first name before the space and last name after the space. So we will enter separator as this. And in segment index, select all and click on save and send test request. After clicking on save and send test request, we can see that we have received a response over here. And in this response, we have splitted or separated the first name and the last name of the user. After this, guys, we will scroll down and click on this add action step button. And after that, here in choose app, we will search for Zoom. So finally, in this step, we will add this person as a new registrant in our Zoom meeting. So in action event, select add registrant, add meeting registrant and click on connect. Select add new connection. Now here we have to connect our Zoom account with Pabbly Connect. For that, click on connect with Zoom. And because, guys, I have already logged into my Zoom account in my browser, Pabbly Connect detected the very same account and made the connection. After making the connection, it is asking us for the meeting, that in which meeting we want to add this person as a registrant. So in the drop down below, we can see all the Zoom meeting which we have created. So the meeting in which I want to enroll the UT student, which are newly added UT student, is named as Welcome to PHP course. So we will select this very same meeting from the drop down. After selecting the meeting, it is asking us email address, first name and last name of the person to whom we want to add as a registrant. So we have received these details from UTeach, and using text formatter, we have also separated first name and last name. So basically we have to map this all same data over here in the Zoom action window. So in email address below this, we will click here, and from the drop down below from UTeach responses, we will select the response for student's email address, and we have successfully mapped it. So the process of mapping, as you saw, guys, is very simple. Just simply click here, and from the drop down below, from the responses from text formatter, select the response for first name and follow the same process for last name as well. This is the last name. So these were the required fields, these were the mandatory fields, and we have filled these fields. After that, it is also asking us for the address and other details of the registrant, but these fields are not required, not mandatory, so we can ignore these fields for now. After that, we will scroll down and click on Save and Send Test Request. After clicking on Save and Send Test Request, it is showing us a response, and this response seems to be a positive response to us. This response shows that the student to whom we have just now added in our UTeach account, Karan Singh, is now successfully added as a registrant in our meeting, Welcome to PHP meeting in our Zoom account. So let's check this. So we are here on our Zoom account. Just click on this and we will see the registrant list of this very same meeting. So we'll scroll down and we can see that we have a registrant over here for this meeting. Click on view. And yes, guys, we can see that just now this very same person, Karan Singh, who was added as a student in our UTeach account, is now successfully added as a registrant in our Zoom meeting as well. So we have the very same name, same email address, and we can see that this is the very same time instantly we have added. So guys, the automation or the workflow which we have created using Pabbly Connect in this video, we can see that it is working perfectly fine. So let's test this automation once again. We will get back to UTeach, and this time we will add a new user. For example, the name of the student is Gary Monroe. And I'll enter the email address of this person as well. And this is the password. Just click on Save Changes. So we can see that Gary Monroe is now successfully added as a new student in our UTeach account. Now because we have created this automation, automatically this very same student who has added as a new student in our UTeach account, Gary Monroe, will also be added as a registrant in our Zoom meeting. So let's go to our Zoom account, refresh this page once. And now we can see that here in the registrant section, we have two registrants. Just click on view and we can see that Gary Monroe is automatically instantly added as a new registrant in our Zoom meeting as well. So this is the very same person to whom we have just now added as a student in our UTeach account. So we have tested this automation which we have created in real time, that this automation is working perfectly fine. So now just let's understand in brief that what are the steps we followed to set up this automation. So first we have created a workflow in Pabbly Connect where in trigger window we have selected UTeach and new student was the trigger event. After that guys, we have created a new user after connecting UTeach with Pabbly Connect. We have created a new student in our UTeach account so that we can get the details or the data of that new student inside Pabbly Connect. Then we have received the name of the response, collectively the first name and the last name. But in Zoom, we have Zoom was requiring or asking us for the separate first name and separate last name. So using text format as split text, we have separated the first name and the last name of the new student which we have created in UTeach. And at last, we have sent that very same data to Zoom to add the student which is created in UTeach automatically as a registrant in our Zoom meeting. So not just these applications guys, you can connect plenty of other applications using Pabbly Connect. And guys, one more important thing. You will find the clone link of this very same workflow in the description box below. By clicking on that link, you can clone this very same workflow into your own Pabbly Connect account and use this workflow for free.
If you need any kind of help or have any queries, you can ask them on forum.pabbly.com and you can check Pabbly Connect's pricing at this link. So if this video was helpful to you, you can like this video, don't forget to share it with others, and to keep getting such content on automation and integration, you can subscribe to Pabbly. Thank you, have a nice day.